Olá, pessoal, bom dia a todos. Espero que vocês estejam me vendo bem, me ouvindo bem. Estamos aqui hoje para fazer aí o nosso lançamento da Rice High School, a nossa nova escola parceira em Vermont. Então, esse estado aí super bacana. Nós não tínhamos nenhuma parceria nesse estado e agora temos a Rice. Então, hoje estamos aqui também com a Susan e com a Heatherly, que são as responsáveis na escola pelos nossos alunos internacionais. Infelizmente, elas estão com um probleminha na câmera, então vocês possivelmente não conseguirão vê-las. Mas o mais importante é vocês verem a apresentação, então elas farão a apresentação em inglês. Depois eu vou entrar, como sempre, ali, né, no meio para falar um pouquinho em português. E qualquer dúvida que vocês venham a ter, por favor, coloquem ali no PIR, tá? Que é no Questions and Answers, que é o final da apresentação. Nós vamos dar uma lida ali, e caso a gente não tenha já, né, respondido alguma das perguntas de vocês, nós vamos respondê-las ao final, tá certo? Susan, Heatherly, thank you so much for being here today. Can you please introduce yourselves and start the presentation?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Andrea. Hola, mi nome es Heatherly y meu nome es Susan. We are so pleased to be here today to tell you a little bit about our fantastic school here in the beautiful state of Vermont. And again, my name is Heatherly, and I run the international department here at Rice Memorial High School. I am in my 6th year in the role, and I have seen our program grow from just a handful, a sprinkling of students, to over 31 students this year from 14 different countries. So I'm really excited to be having this meeting with you and being able to share some of the great things that we've been able to do and what we can provide to your students. Do you want?
Yes. Bom dia. Meu nome é Susan. Oi. I wish I knew a little more Portuguese. I apologize, but I look forward to speaking with you all today. And I'm actually looking forward to a trip to Sao Paulo next week and meeting Andrea. And I hope to practice a little bit of my Portuguese at that time. So thank you for your patience and for letting us present to you in English today. I think we should just get started. Thank you so much. Welcome.
We like to start our presentation here with a visual of some of the students that are at our school. So this is just a couple of students that are international students at our school. And I like to start here because everyone comes to the United States and our school for a different reason. So everyone has their own story. The young man from Korea, his name is Ryan. He was at a public high school here in the United States. He really enjoyed it and decided he wanted to stay on. And so he found Rice High School. He is now on an F1 visa, and he plans to stay here for 4 years and to graduate. His aspirations are to go to college and stay here in the United States. So we're a perfect fit to help him achieve that goal. The young lady next to him is a young lady who's just here for a 1-year experience, so 10 months, really wanted to live her, if you will, American dream and coming to an American high school, improving her English and wanting to try new things and make friends. And she's doing just that, here at our school. Another reason I like to share this picture is these are our uniforms. So they're casual. We have khakis, short sleeve, long sleeve for the boys. Girls are in skirts, and our colors are green and white at the school. So we have different vendors that supply the clothes for students, but we do have casual uniforms at our school. So we can move on to our location. As you can see, the pictures speak for themselves. We have 4 beautiful seasons here in Vermont. In the fall, we're really well known for our foliage, the leaves changing colors. We are a tourist destination. That time of year, people come from all over, not just the United States or North America, to come and see the beautiful leaves change colors. And then, we slide into the winter season and what we're known for right now. And if you could see out my window, we have quite a bit of snow. We've had actually tremendous snow, which is very exciting for students and us Vermonters that love to ski and snowboard and just play outside in, the beautiful nature that we offer here. When you switch gears, we have a lovely spring, and then the summer, it's fantastic here. It's not too humid, but we have this access to a lake where we can swim and paddleboard, kayak, go boating. So we really do offer all seasons, which makes it, an exciting opportunity. We also have the photo above is called Church Street. And it's a photograph of our pedestrian street. It is lined with boutiques, cafes. There's no vehicles, no cars on the street. So it's a safe place for students to walk around and shop or, have coffee when they are visiting downtown. That downtown is only 2 kilometers, about a mile or so from our school. So it's a great place to, enjoy our community. And speaking of our community, we are really led by the University of Vermont and the University of Vermont medical facility, which brings a lot of young students, a lot of young people to our town. So I would describe the town of Burlington as being very vibrant, youthful. The average age is actually 27 years old. So when you come to our community, you have beautiful scenery, you have a young, vibrant feeling, here in our environment.
And
Anything,
the University of Vermont, we should maybe mention the soccer championship. We had a great season. I say we because I studied at the University of Vermont, but we're all part of the university here. It's kind of we cheer for the hometown team, and they're the Vermont Catamounts, and their Division I soccer team took the nation by storm this year.
Yes, so they are the NCAA champions. Some of you may have been following. We hope that you did, but it's wonderful to be here in their background and being able to be part of that success. And for sure, soccer is something that's very popular here at our school. We have several teams, and our students do play year-round, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah. And we also have a current student from Brazil who joined our soccer team this fall, and he was amazing. We were so happy to have him.
Yeah. We'll hear a little bit from him later.
Yeah.
We're ready for the next slide. Thank you. These are really important accolades that are newer to us, so it's exciting to share this. We have been a niche member for some time. This is our first year of being one of the best schools. We have found that students and families find us through niche, and it's something that's really important for us to maintain, but we're super proud that we have received the Best Schools Award. And when you look at some of the rankings, also the best Catholic school in their rankings. In addition to that, being recognized as one of the safest cities, South Burlington, Vermont, for last year was the safest city in the United States. Something really important for your families to know when they are sending their children over to us. Fantastic. Let's dive in a little bit to our school. So there's a picture of the front of our building. We have a little over 400 students here, and probably our local students come from about 40 different towns. So because we're the only private and also Catholic school nearby, students come from everywhere. They have a long drive. Some of them drive over an hour just to come to our school. When we look at the makeup of our international students, we have students from 31 countries, which is so exciting for us. This is some of our peak enrollment for international students. And when you dive into that, there's 14 different countries represented, which tells you, well, we don't have a lot from one country. And that's really our goal. We want to stay diversified. We like having a sprinkling of students from a lot of different places. I'll name a few of the countries. We have a student from Vietnam, from Korea, from China. We actually have 2 from Brazil this year. We have a couple from Spain, Germany, Italy, Czech Republic, Hungary. So to name a few. I think we can go on from there. The academic I guess, we're really, what I mean is we're known for our academics. So our college prep, we are a college preparatory school, and we offer a lot for students, and we try to help them. We meet them where they're at. So whether we have a student who is best placed in sort of college prep level courses, we do that throughout their, their time here. Whether a student has more experience in, say, math or the sciences coming from a different school, we can support them with more rigorous academics. So I'd say we have lots of options for students when they come into our school. We do a placement test for all the students so we can get a feeling for what the best courses will be, along with looking at their current transcripts and the background that they've had in a certain course. And really, we put them on track for success. We want to challenge our students, and I'll tell you, our school is definitely challenging. And, we feel that best prepares them for life after, after high school. We're also known for having, really supportive teachers here. So if a student has some questions, they meet during a study hall, or they will meet after school to continue to, support the student however they need, the support. Electives, they're growing in numbers, which is exciting. We have robotics, computer science, poetry, photography, lots of band, jazz and concert band, chorus, yearbook, and those continue to grow, electives that we're able to offer to our students. We're proud to share this slide. This is where some of our students go. So you may have heard of Boston College or the University of Notre Dame, Princeton, Villanova, Vanderbilt, some right here in our backyard, Middlebury College, the University of Vermont. So that gives you a flavor of where our students end up after, graduating from our high school. I think to note, our guidance department is growing. So we have a total of 7 staff in our guidance department, and their role is to support their students throughout their time here at the school from an academic perspective, a wellness perspective, and also to help them with that next step. They really help to, students as they're coming to making decisions as to where to go, beyond here at Rice. And each student is assigned a guidance counselor when they come to our school. So they really are going to get a lot of hand-holding and one-on-one time, learning what they need in order to get to the next step, if they choose to, stay on and go to college.
Yeah, I think everything Heatherly said, I agree with. Just it's notable that we also had early admissions to Princeton, which is often like in the top 5 universities in the country. So getting accepted early is quite a feat. And we have another student that was accepted early this year. So we're very proud of her.
Yeah. I love sharing this slide. I've been part of this in the last few years, just bringing a relationship to fruition for our international students here. So we're able to offer college courses for our students here and international students as well. So you can earn a college credit at Rice. The courses right now are economics, psychology, and personal finance. We have further meetings actually this spring to grow the number of options for students. What's exciting about the partnership with this college, it's only 8 minutes up the street. It's not a far drive. But we are guaranteeing admissions with the college for international students who graduate from our high school. And the guarantee is a really great scholarship. So 3 years ago, we had a young man from Spain who played soccer here at our school and wanted to continue to play NCAA in college. Through the partnership we have with St. Michael's College, he was able to get a $20,000 scholarship to attend. He just graduated this past year. So it's been really exciting to see him having spent 6 years here in Vermont and really achieved his dreams of getting college education and being able to play a sport that he loves. So students that are in good standing that graduate from Rice are able to partake in this awesome opportunity if they want to stay on in college. Athletics, well, this is a big component of who we are as a school as well. Not only are we known for our strong academics, but we have very strong athletic teams. And if you know Americans in their sports, they love to practice their sports. So you'll see a photo there of our football team. And underneath that is a football of our girls soccer team. And, you know, we have championships across many different sports, you know, basketball and ice hockey included. You can see a listing of all the different sports that we offer, and they're broken down by our weather and our seasons. So we have, you know, we have a fall season, a winter season, and a spring season for sports. And because we're a small school, many students participate, and it really gives us and gives students an opportunity to learn to balance the rigorous academics, the sports and the teams, along with their social lives. But what you'll find here at our school is we have tremendous school team spirit. Tomorrow night on Friday is the state championships for our basketball teams. And we actually have this event is being held at the University of Vermont. And I think our entire school will be there in the stands cheering our 10 or 12 boys on as we hope they bring home another trophy this year. So now not only will you see students there in the bleachers and on the sidelines, but a lot of teachers and staff love to support and see the success of our sports teams.
And other than the big team sports like basketball, which we hope to win the championship tomorrow night, and soccer and football, I just want to point out that we offer something for everybody. So a team sport is really not for everybody, but if you look under fall, we have a bass fishing team, which is amazing. We have this great lake next to us, about a half a mile down the road. We have lots of rivers. It's just amazing. And then also in the spring, we have ultimate frisbee, and I'm not sure how popular that is in Brazil yet, but I know it's growing everywhere. And that's a really fun sport that students don't have to have any experience in. Yeah. You know, a lot of the soccer players, they start when they're 4 years old, and they're really amazing by the time they get here. So it's hard to maybe compete. But when you play frisbee, if you've never thrown a frisbee, you can join the team, and suddenly you're part of the Rice school spirit, the team. And so it's really just anything goes here. And you're supported by your peers and by your coaches and by your teachers. And I just like to point that out, that you don't have to already be a fantastic athlete. And we'd like to take students who are new from other countries and just let them try something. So we really support that.
Yeah, thank you and I'll just add, we really like to use the resources around us. So the example Susan gave, that's our bass fishing. We have a rowing team. So because we're right here on a lake, students have the opportunity to row in the fall and also in the spring. Skiing, of course, is something that our students love to do. So we definitely take full advantage of what our climate offers and what we have to offer here in Vermont as well. Thank you. I just really quickly, we wanted to touch on that photograph, and it's let's be our drone, gives you a little picture of the area, so you can see the lake and the mountains in the background. Those mountains that you see in the background, that is upstate New York, and that's Lake Champlain. And then as you zoom in closer to our school and our fields, that field that you see with Knights written on it, that's our new turf field. So here in Vermont, it's really important to have a surface that dries up, helps us with drying up kind of the snow and the rain, so that we can really get as many teams as possible out there practicing. So this is a new addition. It was put in this fall. And what's really exciting for our school, we're in growth mode. So we've been able to, add this field. We are going to be adding a track shortly. We also have expansion plans for an auditorium and tennis courts. And, when many Catholic schools in our country are maybe downsizing, we're in growth mode. So it's very exciting for us to be kind of able to share this, photograph with you and tell you a little bit about our plans for, expansion. Thank you, Andrea. student life. I think the photograph on the top with the balloons makes me smile. I have a big smile on my face if you could see me, because that's our event called Stunt Night, and it's a tradition. So our school has been doing Stunt Night for over 90 years. And it's basically, I'll sum it up as it's a magical night, and students have the opportunity to prepare and compete against one another in their classes. And really, at the end of the day, they're awarded the kind of best in show, if you will. It's a talent show. So whether you have any experience, whether it's singing or musical experience or being on stage, you have the opportunity to get on a stage with your friends and play out these skits and these songs and these dances. And it's a competition. So students only have about 3 weeks to prepare. And then the community really comes and embraces them to, they buy tickets to come and see our students perform at a theater downtown. Everyone gets involved. You can see, costumes and makeup, and it's just such an exciting time. And I think for students that aren't used to having the opportunity to being on stage, we have something for everyone. So you could paint the set, you could play the music, you could be in the background doing lights or sound, things like that. But it's certainly a really great way to get to know other students in your class and really to feel a bond, with one another. Is there anything you want to add about it? Yeah,
I think that's a great point, that the bonds that it builds. Like, there are kids that say they met their first year here at Rice through Stunt Night and became best friends because of that. It happens in November every year. So it's really at the very end of the fall sports season. So there's this quiet time between the end of the sports season and our Thanksgiving and holidays. And so it's really kind of a nice time of year. And it's also at the beginning, sort of towards the beginning of the year. So it really helps kids get to know new people that they might not have met yet so far. Yeah, everybody loves Stunt Night. It's just so much fun.
In addition to that, there's lots to do on our campus. Whether you're involved in a sport, we offer a lot of clubs and different activities after school. Model United Nation, debate club, math club, neuroscience club. So we offer lots for students to do. We want to keep them busy, active. What's neat about our, where we're located, we do field trips. So some of our French classes might go up to Montreal, up in Canada. We're not far from the border, and have an opportunity to go to the theater or partake in kind of just the cultural experience up to the north of us. Also field trips that go to Boston, to the museums there as well. So
and even New York City. New York City is only about 5.5 hours from here. Which for us, it doesn't seem very far because we are used to driving. But yes, Rice has taken field trips for the day to New York City. It just involves getting up really early in the morning, but it's so exciting. We have just this beautiful location, but so close to some big cities and cultural events, and we really do take advantage of that.
Wonderful, thank you. Before we watch João's video, I'll just do the summary in português, real quick. Pessoal, então, resuminho aí, né, em português, foi bastante informação, mas eu acredito que vocês puderam ver que é uma escola bem legal aí que a gente está adicionando ao nosso portfólio. É uma escola de 400 alunos e 31 alunos internacionais somente, né? Então, a gente está falando de uma população de alunos formada basicamente por estudantes nativos, que é algo que a gente propõe bastante, e nós cada vez mais temos esse tipo de demanda, né, de escolas com menos brasileiros ou menos alunos internacionais. A gente tem recebido bastante esse tipo de consulta, né, e apesar, né, desses 31 alunos internacionais, esses estudantes vêm de 14 países diferentes. Então, como elas mesmas mencionaram, né, elas têm esse interesse da diversidade, né, desse mix de nacionalidade que a gente fala. Né? Então, é uma escola que pode e deve ser oferecida para esse perfil, né, de família. E algo bem importante de pontuar é que é uma cidade jovem, né? Vocês viram ali a média de idade de 27 anos por conta da Universidade de Vermont e outras universidades nos arredores. Então, é uma cidade jovem, uma cidade que tem bastante opção de atividade. Então, o aluno tem esse contato com uma cidade, digamos, universitária, né, por ter esse perfil mais jovem, mas ainda assim um ambiente, em uma imersão americana. E vocês devem ter visto ali no ranking uma informação super importante que South Burlington foi considerada a cidade mais segura dos Estados Unidos no ano passado. Então, mais, né, uma preocupação que os pais, né, sempre trazem. Então, acho que isso torna aí a cidade, né, a escola, uma excelente opção, né, para os nossos estudantes. Além, né, da localização ser incrível, é Vermont, uma região super turística, como elas comentaram, mas ainda assim, né, rodeada ali de belezas naturais, muito próximo ali, vocês conseguiram ver na foto de um lago, né? Então dá para aproveitar o verão, dá para aproveitar o inverno também, né? Falando um pouquinho, né, da escola em si, vocês viram no primeiro slide como que é o uniforme, então essa é sempre uma pergunta, né? Então vocês já têm no primeiro slide essa resposta na ponta da língua, como que é o uniforme da escola, e ela é uma escola bastante focada nos esportes, então é claro que eles têm essa parte acadêmica muito forte, né? A preparação universitária também, vocês viram quantas universidades, né? Eles colocam os alunos, mas os esportes, com certeza, é um grande selling point aqui da escola, tá? 94% da população da escola faz esportes, e por ser uma escola menor, os alunos têm mais acesso ainda aos esportes. Elas comentaram, né? Tem alguns esportes ali, como o frisbee, né? Que elas deram ali como exemplo. O aluno não precisa ter conhecimento nenhum do esporte. E muitas vezes a gente tem essa procura, essa demanda de esportes, e os alunos têm a impressão, as famílias têm a impressão de que ir para uma escola maior é mais fácil, né, esse acesso aos esportes, e é o oposto, né? Em escolas menores, o aluno tem ainda mais facilidade de ingressar nos times, né? Porque a competitividade é menor. Então, considerem, tá, a Rice também como uma excelente opção de escola para esportes. E a gente não pode deixar de mencionar, super importante, a parceria que eles têm com a St. Michael's College, que a gente ainda vai falar um pouco mais à frente sobre isso, né? Mas para os estudantes que querem ingressar, né, sair do high school direto para a universidade e inclusive na própria St. Michael's College, aqueles que se graduarem na Rice, obviamente, com boas notas, eles têm uma garantia de bolsa já nesse college, né? Então, além das matérias que concedem créditos, né? Que elas mencionaram economia e psicologia como um exemplo. Então, é uma escola bastante coringa, né? Nesse sentido. É acolhedora, uma escola menor, com um bom número de americanos, uma quantidade legal de alunos internacionais, uma localização muito bacana e o esporte, com certeza, é um destaque. Tá? Agora a gente vai ver um rápido vídeo aqui de um depoimento de um dos alunos brasileiros que está estudando hoje na Rice.
Era importante que fosse para uma escola que tivesse uma estrutura para esportes que fosse muito boa e que tivesse um lado acadêmico também excelente. E eu acho que aqui na Rice é exatamente isso. Os professores também passam as matérias todas em inglês. I wasn't judged or anything when I made little mistakes or presented a little bit of my accent or something like that. The way they teach, we do activities outside, we have discussions. A gente aprende sobre religião, mas de uma maneira em que os conceitos que você aprender aqui você vai poder aplicar em outras áreas da sua vida. Quando eu cheguei aqui em Vermont, eu pensei que seria mais difícil de eu fazer amigos, mas eu sinto que eu já tenho vários amigos que realmente são meus amigos de verdade. Assim. Parecia que eu fazia parte daquele grupo de amigos há anos e é uma das coisas que eu mais fico feliz de ter acontecido, de eu ter chegado aqui e ter sido tão bem recebido. Eu jogo futebol. Quando eu cheguei aqui, eu fiquei impressionado com o nível do time. We reached playoffs, so our whole team decided to bleach their hair. O que eu mais gostei assim do time foi que o time parecia uma família, em vez de só um time. A gente fazia coisas juntos, fora do gramado, as árvores coloridas, as montanhas, o lago. É muito, muito, muito bonito mesmo. E quando você vê presencialmente é mais bonito ainda. Isso era importante.
Yeah, Susan, Heatherly, we can move on.
Thank you for sharing that video and for all of your likes and your hearts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is just a slide that shows that we we do really care for the students outside of the classroom and school. Of course, that's really why they're here, for the academics, but we have a lot more going on. And this is just a few photos of what we like to showcase on weekends or after school when there's nothing happening. We like to take care of the kids and show them the area. So on the left, you have a slide of two of our current students who live in the dorms. They're from China and from Vietnam. And that's a picture of a truckload of a wagon load of pumpkins behind them. And it's a very typical fall scene. We have a lot of farms in Vermont. And so we took them to the dorm leaders took them to the farm for a day where they could pick apples right from the trees and bring pumpkins home. We celebrate Halloween, so that's very popular. Some of the kids did pumpkin carving together to make faces, jack-o'-lanterns. And the other slide is actually, I took that picture because I took these kids in beginning of December, another just event, just a day downtown. We went out for pizza and we just walked on this street that we mentioned before, Church Street. Every winter, right around Thanksgiving, Burlington erects this huge Christmas tree, which you can see behind the boys. So I wanted to show them the tree lit up and the stores with their holiday lights and decorations. So we had a really wonderful afternoon. We had lunch and then we strolled and shopped together. There were a couple of other boys with us. It was just a wonderful group. And so these are just some of examples of some of the things we do on weekends. As you can see, Vermont is famous for the landscapes, but also our downtown and companies like Burton Snowboards. I'm not sure if you know that, but their headquarters are right here down the road from us. Their world headquarters. Also Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I know they've gone worldwide. They started here in Burlington. Yay, yes, we love Ben & Jerry's. The factory, the Ben & Jerry's factory is just down the road. That's an event that we take kids to. And it's just, there's so much to do here that is kind of off the tourist track. And yet those that know, it's very popular for tourists. So we're kind of a secret gem. Yes. We love to share these special things with our students.
This is, we love to, we're proud of the dorms and the opportunity that students have for living. The photo above that's a typical room. We have 2 students per room, mostly. And the rooms are actually really spacious. So some students decide to put a bed lofted, so up above and their desk underneath. You also have room to have your desk down as you see it, where the young ladies are sitting. I think the dorm life, you saw a few photos in the video of the types of things you can do. The photograph below is some of the spaces that the students have access to. There's pool tables and, foosball and table tennis for them to enjoy, as well as a fitness center right there, all within kind of the confines of one building. They also have a grill that's available to them if they want to get some food from the grill that's open. It's open late on some weekends. But again, this ties into our relationship with St. Michael's College. So we have a dorm dedicated for our students at the college, and it is overseen by one residential director, and then there are 4 residential advisors. So 2 that live on the ladies' side, and then 2 that are on the boys' side. As Susan showed you, we have lots of planned activities on weekends and excursions, and really making the most of our local community. We provide all of the transportation to and from school and all of these activities, as well as all of the meals. And this is only a few minutes from our campus here at Rice High School. Some of the other things that residential life and the program offer, because it's on a campus that's separate from ours, there's an opportunity to really enjoy the college campus. So whether you want to go to work out. There's a large sports center, the Terrence Ross Sports Center, where students can, whether it's play basketball or work out. There's a full Olympic-sized swimming pool. All of the facilities that the college offers, our students have access to. They're able to go to the McCarthy Arts Center and the auditorium. There's a large chapel on site, as well as a fantastic library. Obviously, laundry facilities are also accessible in the student dorm. But those are just some of the perks. Not only do you have an opportunity to, live on a college campus, take those courses if you wish to take some of those courses, but it gives you a little feeling of, what the next step is beyond a high school environment. I think the most popular thing that I hear from students is access to the meals at the Alio Meal Center at the cafe. There's such a wide variety of foods that students can choose from. It's really exciting for them. So there's, a little bit of everything, and it's on a regular basis. So whether it's, pizza, burgers, a deli, salad bar, soup bar, sushi bar, all kinds of desserts and things like that. So the food is definitely one of the big highlights that I hear from the students, over and over again.
Wonderful. So before we read the questions, we already have some. I'll just do a summary in Portuguese about the dorms.
Thank you so much.
Yes, no problem. Pessoal, então, antes de falar dos dormitórios, tá? Só complementando aí, ela falou um pouquinho, né, dos passeios, das excursões, das atividades, né? Então, a escola faz atividades típicas, ela colocou como exemplo aí o Halloween, né, onde é muito comum na cultura americana, você vai até uma fazenda de abóbora, escolhe a sua própria abóbora, volta para casa, corta a abóbora do seu jeitinho. Então, a escola também promove isso, tá? O que é super importante aí para o programa. E focando agora aqui na acomodação, né? O Rice é uma boarding school, eles não têm acomodação dentro do campus, o campus é fora, dentro da St. Michael's College, que é o mesmo college que eles têm ali a parceria, né, que nós mencionamos anteriormente. Então, o estudante, ele tem essa vivência universitária, né? Ele vai poder usufruir de toda a infraestrutura do campus do St. Michael's College. A gente tem, tá, alguns materiais complementares somente sobre o campus, a gente tem um vídeo bem completo sobre o campus, que vale super a pena assistir e compartilhar com os alunos, né, de vocês, mas para aquela família, né, que quer ter essa experiência, que é uma super infraestrutura, vocês ouviram aí ela falar um pouquinho sobre a estrutura do St. Michael's College, então os nossos alunos têm acesso a isso, tá? Então aí é uma excelente experiência para os estudantes viverem terem essa vivência universitária além, né, do high school. Os quartos são duplos, né? Então para os nossos alunos da Rice, obviamente, eles ficam separados dos alunos da universidade, do college, no caso, tá? Então, eles não vão, obviamente, dividir essa área dos dormitórios com os estudantes do college, eles vão ficar ali numa área reservada só para os nossos alunos da Rice, com toda a supervisão, né, da escola. E um ponto super legal é a variedade de comida, né? Então, como a gente está falando aí de um campus de college, eles têm ali as refeições no college, e eles têm uma variedade muito grande que elas comentaram, né? Então, caso vocês tenham aquele tipo de consulta, alunos alérgicos, intolerantes à lactose, celíaco, né, vegetariano, é sempre mais conveniente oferecer boarding school. A gente sempre recomenda isso para vocês. Então, aqui a gente tem uma opção que vai ter uma grande variedade, né? Porque muitas vezes a gente tem essa questão da variedade da refeição. A gente sabe, né, que a alimentação nos Estados Unidos é bem diferente do Brasil, então muitas vezes acaba sendo uma questão, né, para a família. Então, aqui na Rice a gente tem uma variedade bem grande, tá? De opções. Okay, so we have some questions here. So first of all, how often does the students go skiing during winter season?
I can take that. Well, it really depends. This year we had one ski trip, and it was because we're kind of new. This is a new program, But we had such success, and actually João, our student from Brazil, he went on this ski trip and he absolutely loved it. The students were very busy, and we didn't do that until the end of February. So one time this year, but we are open to helping the students either do a monthly ski trip, or even helping the students join a ski club. We have a ski team here at Rice. So it really depends on the student and how interested they are. And additionally, we don't have a snowboarding team here, but we just found out that we can have students can join a nearby school for their snowboarding team. So we would be able to coordinate depending on the student's interest.
Yeah, so if you're on the ski team, you go to the mountain every day, and then you have races probably every 10 days or so. And then if you are just part of our residential life program, you know, that's something that we work based on the snow conditions, as well as, you know, the frequency of students wanting to go. So we can offer it, absolutely.
Yeah, and the nearby mountain that we went to is actually, it's an amazing small mountain. Which has produced, the family has produced a couple of Olympic skiers. They're the Cochran family, and they teach students, and their mountain is small and very beginner friendly. And they offer programs. If we know ahead of time, we can create a program for our students where they go, like for a month, they go every Saturday. So we just have to sign up ahead of time if there's interest. So we have just so many opportunities depending on the interests of the students. And that's only about 15-minute drive from our school, very close.
Okay. Thank you. Pessoal, então, assim, esqui é um esporte que a gente tem bastante procura, incrivelmente, né? Apesar de no Brasil a gente não ter neve, temos muitos alunos que gostam de esquiar ou gostariam de esquiar. Então, aqui a gente está falando de Vermont, que é um dos principais destinos para esqui ali, né, dentro dos Estados Unidos. Então, eles oferecem o time de esqui, o esporte, né, de esqui durante a temporada de inverno, né? E o estudante que faz parte do time, ele esquia todos os dias, né? Então, aí é 15 minutinhos, mais ou menos, da escola. Então, o estudante que quer o esqui aqui, excelente opção. E eles também oferecem a excursão de esqui para os alunos que não fazem parte do time, mas querem, né, tentar brincar ali, né, ter uma experiência. Ano passado eles ofereceram uma, mas como elas falaram, claro, dependendo da demanda, eles ofereceriam mais. Então, okay, we have another question about uniforms. Can the girls wear pants or only skirts?
They can wear pants, yes.
Okay. Ok. Então, falando do uniforme, pessoal, a gente teve uma pergunta aqui se as meninas precisam utilizar saia necessariamente, né? Mas não, elas podem escolher entre saia e calça, tá? Tem algumas meninas que não gostam de saia, então elas podem usar calça também.
And Leia, in addition, when it's cold, girls can wear leggings underneath their skirts when it's cold, like now. Yes.
Ok, perfect. E é claro, né? Quando está frio, elas podem usar aquelas leggings bem grossinhas, né? Se elas estiverem usando as saias. You've mentioned the students can play soccer year-round. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, actually, the head soccer coach has been involved and as part of creating some of the soccer clubs that are here local to our community. We can share a very detailed grid of the clubs and the pricing structures. At a high level, there are probably 3 that our school and our students that are soccer athletes participate in. And after our season here at Rice, which begins for preseason, so the middle of August, students come for 2 weeks of preseason. School starts at very end of August, and then there's a tryout, and that helps you to decide, it helps the coach decide where to place students on the varsity team or the JV team. And that you practice every day. You have 1 to 2 soccer games a week. And then that season ends usually about the first week in November. And then after that, students tend to like to continue, and that's when they can get involved with the club soccer. And that continues probably through through kind of our first snow. And then I know that they definitely go inside and they do futsal in the winter months. So probably, let's see, December, January, February. And then, you know, things change a little bit. Then there's a spring season for those club teams as well. And, you know, with the turf that we have now and more turf becoming available to the school and our athletes, you know, there's opportunities to extend that, you know, that spring season, you know, or begin it even earlier. We're happy to provide very detailed information to anyone interested in learning more about it.
Yeah. Is there any extra costs for this club?
There are extra costs, yes.
Okay.
And we have that broken down by club.
It's because they're not part of Rice. They're
Yes.
Yeah.
they're separate clubs, so they
Yeah.
have their own pricing that we have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
But a lot of
yes.
kids do enjoy doing that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, great. And is there any other sports offered year round or just soccer?
There are quite a few. Volleyball, girls and boys volleyball. Also basketball, girls and boys basketball have year round. Baseball is another sport that I know have year round opportunities. Here, and we have an ice hockey prep ice hockey program. So ice hockey, you can also do year round.
Tennis as well.
Tennis can go inside. Yes.
Ok, wonderful. Pessoal, a gente teve uma pergunta aqui, né? Elas mencionaram durante a apresentação sobre o futebol ser jogado o ano inteiro, né? Na verdade, eles têm, obviamente, ali a temporada do futebol, mas elas têm algumas parcerias aqui que elas falaram de esportes o ano inteiro. Isso é muito legal, né? Porque a gente sempre tem essas perguntinhas. Então, quais são os esportes que eles têm parceria para o aluno jogar o ano inteiro? Além do futebol, basquete, beisebol, vôlei, hóquei e tênis, com custo adicional, né? Então, a gente vai aqui organizar todas as informações, os custos, os horários, e a gente passa para vocês, tá? Mas tendo aí, então, procura, né, por esses esportes aí o ano inteiro, a Rice é mais uma ótima opção. And we have a question about the dorms. How far is it from the school?
10 minutes.
By car.
And by car.
And we have a bus, a van that drives the students back and forth.
Ok, good. Então, pessoal, aí os dorms, tá, da São Michael's, eles ficam 10 minutinhos de ônibus, né? E a escola oferece esse ônibus para os nossos alunos. And the last question we have here is about the meals. So, are all meals provided by St. Michael's, or is it breakfast and dinner and lunch at school? How does it work?
Great question. During the week, when we have school, the students have breakfast here at the school, lunch at the school, and then dinner at St. Michael's College. On the weekends, they have all 3 meals at St. Michael's College. When our school is closed, they have all of their meals at St. Michael's College. 3 meals. Okay. Yes.
Ok, perfect. E, pessoal, a última perguntinha que a gente recebeu aqui foi sobre as refeições, né? Então, durante os dias de aula, café da manhã e almoço, eles fazem na escola, na Rice, e o jantar é no college, na St. Michael's College, e aos finais de semana, as 3 refeições diárias são feitas no college, tá bom? That's it. I don't think we have any other questions. Thank you again, Susan and Heatherly. It was great. We really enjoyed Rice. And we hope to send you lots of students for this fall and spring as well.
Well,
thank you so much.
Obrigada to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.